welcome to my presentation. Hello to my dear friends and my respected teachers. This is 𝐒𝐴𝐸𝐻𝐸 from grade 6, and in this presentation, we are going to talk about comparison of fraction in the topic or in the subject mathematics, and this is where our presentation begins. Let's start this presentation with some motivation, and I hope you all are ready to get some knowledge into your brain. So basically, before we move on to the actual topic, let's talk about what exactly is comparison of fraction. Well, comparison of fraction is to compare the numerators. And remember, not to compare the denominators. If the denominators are unlike, then we have to do like a few processes, maybe 2 or 3 steps to make it like fraction. And if the fraction is already like, then we can easily know which one is greater or smaller. So this is an example we have for comparison of fraction, 2 by 3 and 4 by 5. So now let's go to another page. So this here we have the question for like fraction. It is so the thing we have here, it's of the like fraction, and it's to comparing fractions with the same denominator. So we have some numbers here, 5 by 8 and 6 by 8. Which fraction is greater? Now the denominators are same, which means they are like fractions, so we don't have to do any process we don't have to do any process, because if it was unlike, then we had to. So now we can easily know which fraction is greater. Basically, therefore, 6 by 8 is greater than 5 by 8, meaning that we all know that 6 is greater than 5, so we simply chose 6 by 8 is greater than 5 by 8. Now, this is the answer we have here for the question. Now, let's move on to the unlike fraction. And here we have 7 by 8 and 9 by 6. Yes, the denominators are not same. So this means that the fraction is unlike, which again means that we need to do a few processes. And this is how we can do it. So basically we multiply 7 times 6 and 8 times 6. And the other side we do 9 times 8 and 6 by 8. 7 times 6 is 42 and 9 times 8 is 72. Either way, 8 times 6 or 6 times 8 would have been the same product, which is 48 and 48. So for 7 by 8, we have 42 by 48. And for 9 by 6, we have 72 by 48. So therefore, 72 by 48 is greater than 42 by 48, meaning that 9 by 6 is greater than 7 by 8. Yes, it is a bit confusing, but we will understand it after we try a lot. And here is a quote that I prepared for you all. Mathematics is the exercise for your left brain. I would like to repeat the quote again. Mathematics is the exercise for your left brain. Now, I have a video for you all, which is prepared by me. I hope you all will enjoy it. It is basically about comparison of fraction, and there we have more examples and more things. I hope you all will like it. I'd like to end my recording of the presentation here, and now let's go to the recording of our whiteboard, our video. Everyone, this is 𝐒𝐴𝐸𝐻𝐸, and this is the recording that I prepared for you all. So in this recording, we're going to do a few examples. Basically, we're going to compare the fractions, and then we're going to read out the examples. So let's get started. Well, this is the question we have prepared. And this is for basically like fraction. As you can see, the denominators are the same. So first of all, let's see what the numerators are. The numerators are, are 2, sorry about that. The numerators are 2 and 3. And the denominators are 3 and 3. So the numerators we have here are 2 and 3, and the denominators we have here are 3 and 3. So now, what do? We don't have to do anything there. And no multiplication, nothing, except just knowing which number is greater. So since this is like fraction, we don't have to do anything, and we will easily know which one is greater. So what we can say here is 3 by 3 is greater than 2 by 3, as the numerator 3 here is greater than the numerator 2 here. So therefore what we can write is 3 by 3 is greater than 2 by 3, and this is our answer. Now let's go to like fraction, in which we have to do a few more examples. So here what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 times 3, and then here we will do 2 times 3. Now let's go to another one here. And then here what we'll do is we will do 6 times 2. And then here we will do 3 times 2. Why we did this is because the denominators are not same. The denominators are 2 and 3, and the numerators are 5 and 6. And since the denominators are not same, it is unlike fraction, in which, as I already mentioned, we have to do a few processes. So now let's get the product of our answer here. 5 times 3 is 15, and 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, now let's not do the denominator at first. Let's first start off with some good numerators. And here we have 6 times 2 is 12. Either way, 2 times 3 or 3 times 2 will have the same product. So we can do 6 here, and then here also we can simply do 6. And there we have our answer. So what we can say here is 15 by 2 is greater than 12. Sorry, not 15 by 2. I got confused. 15 by 6 is greater than 12 by 6. So what we can again say is that we can also say 5 by 2 is greater than 6 by 3, which is also 15 by 6 is greater than 12 by 6. So now we're going to go to another page in which we're going to have some example. So let's get started with these examples. So the first example we have here is, let's get started with these examples. Let's first do a like fraction, and the example we have for like fraction is 3. Sorry about that. My mouse is not working. And the example we have here is 3 by 4. And let's also do 4 by 4. Very easy. You can make like fractions anytime. They're very easy to make. And then questions. And then we can do 6 by 7 and 8 by 7. And the last one we have here is, let's do 8 by 9 and 4 by 9. So here we have our like fraction. We can easily know as the denominators are same. And now we will move on to our unlike fraction. So in our unlike fraction, we will choose 4 by 3 and let's do 4 by 4. We're just going to do some of them. We're just going to do the opposites of like fraction. Okay, here let's do 7 by 6. And let's do numerator. Let's change it and let's do 6 by 8. The front. And then here what we will do is we will do 9 by 8. And we will again, we'll do 9 by 8. And then we will again change the numerator here. Let's do it 4 by, let's do 8. Oops, they're same. Let's not do 4 by 8. Let's do 4 by 7. So here we have the example of like and unlike fraction. And now I pause this recording right here and let's keep on going back to our presentation. Okay, everyone, we are back with this enthusiastic presentation. So here we have the quote that we had read, and which is mathematics is the exercise for your left brain. Here we have the question of our unlike fraction and the answer is there. And then here we have the question of the like fraction and the answer is there. This is our example. One example of unlike fraction. And then here we have the comparison of fraction. Comparison of fraction is to compare the numerators. Remember that the definition of comparison of fraction is basically to compare the numerators and not the denominators. So now, here we end our presentation. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.